In the start of this interview, Andrew Ross Sorkin explains that he's known Elon Musk now for 16 years, and that when he first met him, he thought, I just met the next Steve Jobs. That was 16 years ago. Andrew explains that he still thinks that is true. And as I watched this 1 hour and 33-minute interview, I thought, if anybody is interested in investing in the stock market, they must watch this interview. It is an insight to a genius. I've also read Walter Isaacson's book on Elon Musk, and I think, again, if you want to invest in the future, and understand the future and understand the man who is going to have probably more influence on the future of this world than anyone else, at least up until this point, you need to read Walter Isaacson's book, and you need to watch this interview. This interview will give you, as Andrew says, a window into Elon Musk's mind. Elon has a learning disability. He has had some difficult times in his life. In this interview, he admits to when he was 12 years old, he had an epiphany where he decided maybe he didn't belong in this world, and he contemplated suicide. This is a complicated man, but this is the man who runs Tesla, who is probably one of the most important AI companies in the world. This is the man who runs Starlink, which is probably going to change the way we communicate relative to the use of the internet in the world. This is the man who owns the Boring Company. This is the man who owns Neuralink, which is also going to change the way we communicate. In this interview, he even mentions that at some point, AI is going to be, or no, Andrew actually asks him, have you ever thought of making a phone? And he said, no, a phone is merely a rectangle that you look at. Instead, I think we need to think of Neuralink as the next step in phone making. That is, that you will connect with the internet and the rest of the world through a chip in your neck. Andrew also asks Elon, how far is what Elon refers to is the AI God, the means by which AI actually gives you more intelligence than the human mind can muster up. And how far off is that, Andrew asks. And Elon says, within the next 3 years. He then also says that he has had difficulty sleeping because of his fear of AI, and that the AI God will take over the world. He said he has somehow rectified that and said that he hopes it will be taken care of. He also speaks as to why Sam Altman was fired and what that means. And as he said, he knows the people on the board, he trusts the people on the board, and he fears that they came to know something that was detrimental to the world. Again, I want to say, this is a video you must watch. There's a link to it in the description. It's 1 hour and 30 minutes. Set aside 1 hour and 33 minutes, to get in front of this and to understand it. This is important. This is a world-shaping event. You are going to look into the head of probably one of the most important people in our time. Read Walter Isaacson's book. If you don't do these two things, don't expect to make much money in the stock market because you aren't putting forth the effort. And if you want to know, if you would like to have had a view into Bill Gates' mind, Steve Jobs' mind, Jeff Bezos' mind, before the world exploded with the digital revolution, this is your opportunity that you missed back in 1989 and then again in 2010. Watch this video, come to understand it, and learn. I'm Kerry Grinkmeyer. I'm the host of Best of Us Investors. I have some things relative to AI that I want to bring to you on my website, Best of Us Investors. I'm going to pay attention to whatever Elon Musk says so that I can stay ahead of this market. All right, take a look at it, understand it, and then come get on the bus.